And shine, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on KARE 11 Sunrise at 6 o'clock as we take a live look from the Minnesota State Fair. It's the final countdown until gates open 1 hour from now, one short hour. The people are camping out. We got everything you need to know. Michelle Beck is out there live with the people in just a few minutes. Let's welcome you in. I'm Jason Hackett. Lauren has the morning off. We're also following some breaking news here west of the metro. We're going to check in with our Audrey Russo in just a minute. But first, we have to get out to John with your first day of the fair forecast. It's not a bad one, John.
No, the weather's great. It's going to be a hot day if you're heading to the fair today. We're going to hit the low 80s, and then, we're expecting that shot of fall air. It's going to be rolling in this weekend, and look at the sunrise. You can look at it if you want. I'm not going to force you to. Maybe you're brushing your teeth or something, but it's gorgeous. The sun is rising over the metro here, and I will tell you, we're losing a lot of sunlight here. So you 6 o'clock early risers, it's going to be dark in about a week. Sorry. But yes, we are losing rapid sunlight here as we go to the back half of August. Two minutes a day here coming up. 60s this morning, pretty classic morning. Notice how it's cool in Hayward. So this is your high. Find the cool air. And then you can find your low pressure center by finding the warmth. There it is. You can see it up in the Dakotas. That's where it's going to activate tonight into tomorrow. But for now, the State Fair forecast looks great. Heading out to see us at noon, 78 degrees. Into the afternoon, we'll be well into the 80s with a breeze out of the south at 9 miles per hour. Cece?
Good morning. Happy State Fair Day. Let's take a look along Snelling here, and we can take a look at the folks lining up to get into the state fairgrounds. Doors open up officially at 7 o'clock. So of course we'll see a bigger rush during our 6:30 half hour, but parking lots are open right now. They open at 6 o'clock. If you're going later in the morning or into early afternoon, you'll definitely want to get to those lots early. $25, and they fill up pretty quickly. So make sure you get down there pretty fast. But everything going well state fair wise. Taking a look here at the bigger map, I'm only seeing one crash out there right now, so I'll give a look at that when I see you next, but the rest of your commute should be really nice. Jason.
That is good to hear. Cece, thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon. Before we get back to our state fair coverage, we do have breaking news to get to right now. In just the last 2 hours, we've learned one person is in the hospital and some police officers are being checked out following a fire in Hamel. We first heard about it just before 2 a.m. As you can see on this map, Hamel is a small town northwest of the Twin Cities, just outside of Maple Grove. Our Audrey Russo is there live right now. And Audrey, we're hearing one neighbor actually came to the rescue to help put out the flames there.
Yeah, Jason really stepped up in a big way. Let me just talk about what we're seeing right now. The restoration crews are on scene. I'm going to step out of the way so you can get a closer look. They're cutting some plywood right now. It's unclear what things look like on the inside of this house, but on the outside we can see it is still standing, and that is because of the efforts in part of a neighbor. Now take a look at this video. This is what our photojournalist captured just after the first calls came in at 1:45 in the morning. The fire crews out here in Hamel tell us that Corcoran police pulled one man from the home who needed to be sent to the hospital in critical condition. They also tell us 2 police officers are being checked out on a precautionary basis for smoke inhalation. Fire crews say they arrived to find only light smoke, and there's a reason for that.
Crews just checked for fire extension through the home. They didn't find any fire at that time. A neighbor had put a hose through the window and actually had put some of the fire out that way.
Now, it's unclear whether or not there's more than one person who lives in this house. It's unclear how long they'll be out of the house as the restoration crews continue to do their job. Now, the state fire marshal's on scene investigating the cause. We'll be sure to bring you the latest updates as we get them. Back to you.
All right, Audrey Russo with the latest from that scene. Thank you so much. Time now 6:04, and the lines are already forming outside of the gates of the Great Minnesota Get Together. About 55 short minutes until the doors swing open for day one. So let's get right to Michelle Beck live there right now. Michelle, I am in awe of the dedication of these people being out there before the crack of dawn.
Well, you know who's the most dedicated out of everybody here? Also the most popular in this entire block. Right here, Scott and Nicholas Shores. Good morning to you. Okay, we're less than an hour out from the gates opening. How does it feel right now to be you?
Good now. There's only 1 hour left. We've been here for 23, so we're ready to go.
Okay, let's say that again. You've been here since 7 a.m. yesterday, so much so that staff, the employees here said what to you again?
Yes. No, the fair opens tomorrow, sir.
They had to remind us. So they thought we maybe didn't know.
Okay, and the biggest question that everyone's asking you is why? So why?
All right. So my birthday is today.
Woohoo! Happy birthday!
Thank you. And it's the only time my birthday starts. The fair starts on my birthday, when Labor Day is on the 1st, and that doesn't happen very often. So it's a great moment to come on out and do this and have a special occasion. So.
And with your dad too, on his 65th birthday, tickets are a little cheaper if you bought them, right?
Right, yeah.
How special is it to do it with Dad?
Well, it's fun. It was a lot of fun. I got to hang out all day and play some cards and meet some good people. It was fun. It was a good time.
And those good people that you met, you're referring to this family that were second in line. You guys were first, but they were second in line. How did you spend the day? And you guys told me you had a plan to make it through these 24 hours. Tell me about how you spent those 23 hours, I should say.
Well, we had to spend some time together, which is good. It's hard to catch up sometimes with families and stuff. So, and we also play a lot of cribbage. We have a fantasy football draft coming up. We had to do some studying and things like that. When we have our phones, which is nice, we can communicate and stuff. And the weather was fabulous.
Yes.
So it was a great time to do it. So.
Well, enjoy the fair. Enjoy opening day. Happy birthday again to you. That was Scott and Nicholas. I hope you have the best day ever.
Thank you very much.
Jason, back to you.
I really want to know if they had access to a bathroom 24 hours out there. I don't know if that's a weird question to ask.
Jason, I asked them, they had a porta potty nearby. They're asking about the bathroom. That's what everyone's curious about, I think.
I mean, yeah.
They also had a tent too, Jason.
Okay, good. That was my first question. I love the dedication, but 24 hours out there, you got to use the bathroom at some point, right? Michelle, thank you so much. Oh man, I love it. So when you pack for the State Fair, don't forget to bring first aid. Regions Hospital EMS recommends packing allergy medication to treat any food reactions or bug bites, over-the-counter pain relievers, bandages for small cuts and blisters, and then lastly, don't forget water, sunscreen, and hand sanitizer, especially if your kids are going to pet all the animals and then eat food. You want them to sanitize their hands in between all of that. Fair officials are also reminding visitors of items that you are not allowed to bring. They include, of course, any weapons of any kind, outside alcoholic beverages, drones, bikes, skateboards, and pets. That includes emotional support animals. Only service animals will be allowed. Well, this morning there is a new Princess K of the Milky Way.
Congratulations, Mallory Thorson!
That's right, Mallory Thorson, representing Wright County, was crowned last night. Mallory tells us she's been dreaming of this since she was 3 years old, and that her mother was actually a finalist for the crown, but she took it home here. In the future, she hopes to take over her family's dairy farm as the 6th generation. She starts her duties immediately. So her first order of business, of course, getting her likeness sculpted in butter at the dairy building. I love the excitement that she's showing there. Well, if you're out at the fair today, come see us at the Care Barn for trivia. This morning, John and I will be joined by the one and only Boyd Huppert. That's going to be awesome. That's going to start sometime after 10, like 10:22-ish, something like that. We'll start it when you guys get there. The Care Barn is located near the corner of Judson and Nelson. We also have water filling stations, the voice chair, the penny press, and so much more. Cannot wait to see you out there in a few hours. Well, time now 6:08. We have a sad update this morning on the search for a missing Lakeville father in Wyoming. The Bighorn County Sheriff's Office says they're now switching to a recovery mission. Grant Gardner last texted his wife on July 29th saying he climbed to the top of a 13,000-foot peak. The sheriff says the decision was made with Grant's family, saying they've exhausted all personnel and resources. He says crews will rest and then continue with a recovery search. In the last 24 hours, an advisory committee on state capitol security met for the first time since the targeted lawmaker shootings in June. The advisory committee makes recommendations to the legislature about how to improve security across the Capitol complex. And while the committee didn't talk extensively about metal detectors or weapons screenings, many state leaders, including both the governor and lieutenant governor, support adding them. They say the state should also take a closer look at the current policy that allows people with permits to carry guns inside the Capitol.
Weapons are prohibited from capitals in Alabama, right, in South Carolina. And so this isn't necessarily a red state or blue state issue. This is an issue of security.
Meanwhile, dozens of people also submitted public testimony to the committee opposing changes to the weapons policies. The committee will meet again next month.